Hi, welcome to For Flow with Chloe, where we have some astrological shifts. So I'm going to read you some things from Metamorphosis in Motion before we kick off the reading. Yesterday we had Venus conjunct Uranus, unexpected excitement in love, creativity and financial affairs, woo-woo. Also, humour, spontaneity are a welcome remedy to any issues in your relationships. Technology and art conjoin. That's quite nice. That's still going on today as well on the 24th. And it also says embrace spontaneity and innovation, but make sure there is space for freedom in your primary relationships. Then we have 24th of April to the 19th of May. This is my big one. Venus enters Gemini. Relationships and finances become lively and communicative. Foster intellectual connections and playful interactions. Gemini's tarot card is the Lovers. It is all too happy to host the goddess of love. Great time to rebrand, try new colours, styles and sounds to speak for you or your professional brand. And then tomorrow, dun dun dun, Sun square Pluto. Power struggles, deep transformations, tackle challenges courageously and authentically. And on the 26th, I've been banging on about it forever, it feels like, Uranus enters Gemini. Revolutionary shifts in communication, technology and ideas. Prepare for innovative and unexpected developments. This is one of the most important aspects of 2026. Uranus, the god of the sky, is leaving earthbound Taurus and taking off into the air sign of Gemini. So, we also have Sun in Taurus, which happened on sort of like 19th, 20th of April. And that will go on into the 20th of May, so I'll bash that in as well. Sun enters Taurus. We are all Taurus for 30 days. We are letting go of warlike Aries and moving into luxurious, artistic and stable Taurus. Imagine Aries being Mount Sinai, while Taurus, the land of oat, milk and manuka honey. Practical energy emphasises comfort, beauty and material security. Enjoy life's tangible possessions and make sure to stimulate your five senses. So we have quite a lot of Venus energy, as Venus also rules Taurus and Venus has shifted into Gemini. So I've got the Goddess of Love Tarot at the ready. But as we are Sun in Taurus now, I've got some tarot decks. So main backbone of the reading, I'm going with cards that I feel really honour the kind of earthy energy which Sun in Taurus gives. Love Goddess will do a bit of love. We'll do a bit of the Venus into Gemini and the Taurus. Also got this Green Witch to honour the earthiness. Beltane deck, as we're coming up to the 1st of May, which is Beltane Festival. And also, we've not had it in ages, Everyday Witch Oracle. We've got Enchanted for Haxa and Wild Reflections here. They're my kind of, they have a strong earthy vibe. And yeah, so Everyday Witch to kind of like, whew, just throw a bit of refreshment into the mix because we've not had it in a while. So I'm going to kick off with the Enchanted for Haxa. Had a nice day off today in the sunshine. Been doing lots of wire wrapping of crystals, and I have now recorded that Beltane, Taurus, Sun, Scorpio, Moon yoga class. I may, further towards Beltane, record a separate Beltane meditation if I get round to it. I don't want to overpromise. I have a craft stall tomorrow and I've had a lot more hours this week at work. And so I still get a day off today. Whereas when I do a craft stall, I don't normally get a day off in a week, but I have had to compress lots of hours to get it. So, interestingly, Earth sign energy with Sun in Taurus, we have the Knight of Earth. And we have these gorgeous antlers at the bottom of the card. Interestingly, our Knight of Earth is our Virgo Knight. Oh, there goes another one. The element of fire in the suit of Earth. And Earth can extinguish fire. So it's not particularly fast moving. Whereas fire in air or fire in fire, it creates a more blazing approach. In water, it creates a steamy, bubbling, volcanic eruption, really. But in Earth, it's a lot more muted. So it's very practical. It's more like tending to the perimeters of the kingdom, doing your checks, making sure you've got everything in order, taking it slow, making sure everyone's happy and pleased, and everything's growing well, so the feast will go well. The banquet and the feasts, the upcoming ones, it's very Virgo-y, planning, earthy, and just a lot more of a relaxed approach to the night, rather than like, da, 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 I'm off on my quest, bye. Throw caution to the wind. We, however, also have Queen of Air. Queen of Air actually symbolises Libra, as our queens are all our cardinal energy of their suit. And so we've got a bit of Libra energy. I do love, though, I mean, when I read out the passage I read out earlier, we were talking about the Manuka honey energy of May and Taurus season, and we've got a bee on here. However, bees fly, air. And we have just had Venus in Gemini, and Venus rules Taurus, which is, this bee, Manuka honey energy. Venus also rules Libra, which is the cardinal sign of air. And also we have that air energy of Venus moving into Gemini, mutable air sign. So there's so far a slowness, like a more relaxed pace, more enjoyable place, more just taking the pleasure in things, like not rushing about, and making sure the kingdom is flourishing kind of vibes with that Queen of Earth, with that Knight of Earth. But also communication, like busy communication towards a goal of abundance. And bees, they live in hives, they have the queen, and it's all about kind of working together to form that honey and this common goal of abundance, and the abundance is the honey. Show me the money, honey. Okay, rest of the cards. We also have the Three of Water. Again, community, coming together, harmonious energy, working together to achieve beauty and an emotional unified goal, because our cups are our emotions, and so there's like an emotional harmony. That's what we're wanting to achieve. We also had the Ten of Air in reverse, interestingly. So the Ten of Air is like, oh, my despair. You know, her wings have been taken off and hammered, nailed onto the tree. She's going nowhere fast. She's bleeding out. She's sacrificed herself and potentially her authenticity. And it's a sad card of overburden, of pain, of too much mental anguish and anxiety. But we've got it in reverse. So it's like flipping it on its head. If we want to get any cards in reverse, we want to get the negative ones in reverse, ones with an already kind of negative message. So when it's in reverse, it suggests a break from disadvantage. It creates more of a advantageous, more beneficial, more successful energy. However, it's not necessarily, because it's still air. It might be quite short-lived, but it is way more positive than having it in the upright in this scenario. So a bit of a welcome break from overwhelming stress and mental burnout about an overburden of mental energy and pain, essentially. Seven of Water, might be feeling a little bit, I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to go there, I want to go here, I want to go there, no, there, here, emotionally, which can be a thing with Gemini energy coming in. Venus in Gemini, you might kind of want to go for all of it, but go back to your Knight of Earth, slow it down, keep it calm, don't overreach, because you don't want to go back into Ten of Swords in the upright and burn out. You want to be communicative and busy, but with, you know, the people that are closest to you, your coven, so to speak, with there being a trio of them, your trine of close compadres, rather than spreading the energy too far and wide. And the Seven of Water obviously is the Seven of Cups. Eight of Fire, Mercury. Mercury in Sagittarius. It's expansive. It's, again, fast communication. It's passionate. It's, you know, inspired, and it's going places. It wants to go places. So there's big time passionate communication as well, which is very, very Venus in Gemini, actually, even though it's Mercury and Sag, kind of similar energy. It's more about, on the Eight of Fire, it's more about creative communication though, and that element of Venus, kind of creativity, than it is about Love. It's more like passion to grow something. Grow something. Knight of Earth. Or Pentacles. I'm now switching to the, oh, there it is. There's another one, another few flipped over actually. I've switched to the Wild Reflections deck now. First one I have out is, guess what? 8 of Wands, which is, guess what? The 8 of Fire. Same again. So I'm just going to literally stick that one on top of that one. The Hanged Man. I need to slow down, tap into your intuition, calm the mental energy in a meditative way, so you are still igniting that crown chakra, but in a meditative, calm, focused, clarid way, rather than this kind of 7 of Water, do it all, do it now, feel it all, feel it now, and then end up in burnout. So yeah, it's like a bit of a stasis point, a need for a bit of rest. I'm going to put that on top of the 7 of Water actually, because I feel like that is a resolve to that, like how to not do too much busy thinking and too much chaotic thinking of wanting to do it all at once. Slow it down, take a pause, be in your mind but in a zen way, not an overthinking, overfunction. If you feel yourself going in too many directions, stop, pause, refocus, break it down with the patience of the Knight of Earth, who he likes a bit of a to-do list, and focus on and prioritize the most important thing. The Star, the Wish card, Aquarian energy. She's got quite the, I've not actually pulled this card from this specific deck before, but it's rather lovely. She's got herself a little altar here and seems to be making herself some manifestations. And she is guided by that North Star. And so it is honouring your true calling, honouring your true emotional wish, and having this, I'm getting like this authenticity, because the Star is quite an Aquarian card, which is the water bearer. It's an air sign, but it also brings knowledge from the depths and refreshes and cleanses from the depths of the waters and breathes that. It's like surfacing from the depth of the ocean and taking that first breath. It's almost like dolphins and whales, how they have the blowhole and how they can breathe oxygen but then stay under the water for a very long time. So I'm getting this real depth of your authenticity and breathing fresh air of communication. It's the ripples of communication, the ripples on the water that spread far and wide from the honesty and truth of the depths of your authenticity, and communicating that, spreading that wish, that North Star wish, with ease and far and wide, and following it. We also have the 8 of Swords. A negative self-perception may have been blocking you. this may be related to this 10 of Swords, but we have got that in reverse. We may have some respite from that, but again, if you find yourself going into negative spirals of feeling tied up, feeling nailed to the tree when you want to be free and fly, if you're feeling like that, go into your Hanged Man and take a pause, come back to yourself, recenter, and focus on your priority now, which is you and your authenticity, and following that star, regardless of the past, regardless of who people have told you you are, or the restrictions you have perceived yourself to be, to have, or to be in the way of following that star. And then we have the Knight of Swords, Gemini energy. Look at the great big bird of prey there. He's got an eagle by the look of it there. And he's poised, ready to fire his arrow. It's an ascension. The eagle is very much a creature of ascension. We've got many, many mountains. He's standing on the peak, in the peaks of a mountain of ascension. And it's this mental clarity, mental ascension. And how do you think you're going to climb that mental mountain? Probably with a pause for thought and igniting that crown chakra with the Hanged Man. Finding some stillness, acting with authenticity, and breathing that fresh air out from the depths of his watery emotion and truth of his soul, surfacing, climbing right to the peak of the mountain and shooting that arrow out from the top of the mountain. It's very this ascended, authentic, spreading the message of who you are from the depths of your authenticity again. And we come back to, again, the Page of Pentacles, which is very similar to the Knight of Earth, which is very similar kind of energy of court cards, earth, and this grounding it in. It's pure earth energy. Pure earth energy wants to grow towards the sun, full bloom like a sunflower, strong stem, straight up, no nonsense, shine and bloom. And from stable roots and healthy maintenance of oneself, one can grow strong, tall, and beautiful and proud like the sunflower. Okay, where's we going next? To infinity and beyond. Not quite sure where that came from. So it was like going to pull one from the Goddess of Love. Goddess of Love. Gemini is the Lover's card. Venus has moved into Gemini. And we are in a Venus ruled sun sign energy at the moment of Taurus. Gimme some love, because Venus is all about the love. And Gemini is all about the lovers, the choice, the duality. We get bliss. I keep getting this one from this deck, but it's so gorgeous. Open your door to the divine. I feel like she is massively opening the door to the divine with her little ritual here to keep her focused on that North Star. And I also feel like it's very this Three of Water, emotional bliss, emotional harmony and bliss. Gorgeous. And we have this real kind of spring queen energy on there as well. Okay, from the Green Witch Oracle deck. Hello, Crow. Thought I could hear one cawing. It's on the neighbour's chimney, looking at me. And we get sow, planting, setting intentions and optimism. And we have this very strong seed planted, growing up towards the crown chakra, ascending. Where's that card gone? Like a sunflower does. As this Knight of Air does into the mountains. Lovely. Beltane deck. Seasons of the Witch. Flower Crown, which is incredibly Beltane. Wear your power proudly and unapologetically. I was talking about that authenticity. It is your birthright and is eternal like the soul. Getting this very May Queen, Flora kind of energy going on. She also has a little bee next to her eye. And it's, yeah, that combination of standing strong, firm, but graceful of Taurus, but also that kind of ascended energy at the same time. This transformative ascension energy of ascending into your birthright and standing strong there unapologetically in this very feminine way through bliss, finding bliss in your authenticity. No apologising, no splaining. I'm going to take one from the Everyday Witch. Joy and delight. And look how free she is. Again, in inversion pose of a cartwheel handstand type situation, but yeah, it's like this kind of reckless abandon. The pets are all leaping around her. She's like, yeah, cartwheeling with joy. She's got her basket of fruit and wine. She's celebrating. She's abundant. everything's in full bloom, and she is over freaking joyed. It's very, very playful and self-loving, and very, very Venus in Gemini. And that is the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, or subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And that is all for me for now. Bye. Also, don't forget to check out my Beltane yoga class, Sun in Taurus, Moon in Scorpio class, which I'll be posting on the 1st of May on Beltane. Bye.